Howdy y'all, today is April 8th, gorgeous out. It's a Saturday, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the beehives and see what they're looking like. I've had them for about a week and a half at this point and I have done nothing to them, minus just check them really quick to make sure the queens got out, and the white hive did. I had to release the cedar hive's queen. So we'll hop in, see if we see any eggs, and then dust everybody with some powdered sugar. I did buy a few things today. One is I couldn't find a sifter. It was $15 for some really pretty one that didn't even work as a more decorative thing, so I got this instead. Figure we'll see how it works. If not, I'm only out a couple bucks. From the bee store I ordered this as well, so I'll be able to pop this on the side of the box and hang the frames here, so that way I'm not laying them on the ground or just on the side of the hive. So it's easy enough. I thought about making it, but I have 101 projects going as it is right now, so it's just buy it, get it done. So I'm gonna use this, and got one crow flew out. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the hives. I've already got it glued down good, which is nice. Mostly honey in this outer frame. Generally they start from the middle and work their way out. Still just lots of honey in this one. Still just a lot of honey in the third one. Now we're getting to the middle, so we should see something going here. So we do have some empty cells on this frame, but no eggs. Still nothing. Can't really see where I'm showing you guys here, but the queen is on this frame. Let me point her out here. It's this one. She's walking up. So there's eggs on this frame, which is really good to see. So I'll go ahead and put everybody back now. So now we're in the white hive. They've still got plenty of honey, and we're just looking to see if there's any eggs. There are a lot more bees, it looks like, in this colony. A little more active. Everybody else must have been out foraging in the other colony. So we've got some eggs, which is good. I don't know how well you guys can see in there, but these guys are packing some pollen in, which is great. So that's all I need to see. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this hive back together. And the strainer worked really well for getting the powdered sugar onto the bees. Definitely much more even coating doing this method. So the bees are doing good. I have lots of frames that I need to assemble. I bought 8 for Honey Super. Actually, no, I think I got 16 frames for Honey Super and then 1 for Deep. So I'm gonna work on putting these all together. I just checked on this little guy's foot. He's still hobbling, you can see, but everything looks fine. I didn't see anything. Maybe there's just a little bit of a splinter left. I don't know, but I couldn't see anything. He looked fine when I was looking at him, but he's definitely still hobbling on it a little bit. So just keep an eye on him, but nothing's swollen. All looks good. Happy Easter, everybody. Today is April 9th, another gorgeous day. Letting the chickens out for a little bit, but gonna go hang out at the barn, spend some time with the family, have a little bonfire. So Not a whole bunch of farming projects happening today, just rejoicing. Since it was such a nice sunny day out today, brought a few tomatoes out to see how they did. Looks like they're doing great. I'm gonna go ahead and take them back in for the evening. Alright y'all, today was a much more successful run at getting the mower started right up, no issues, went with the Cub Cadet. A lot of people were saying this thing is a horse, and it had a lot of good reviews. So went ahead and got that one versus the Toro that didn't start. Alright y'all, the mower made it home, no worries. I did play around on it already. It is super fast. I'm looking forward to actually getting it out on the farm and testing it out and seeing how it does. Right now I am running out to the power company. My dad is an electrician, so he's been dealing with the power company as far as my barn. So he called it in, and the meter base, I'm gonna go pick it up right now for the barn, and then we can start wiring it and getting that going. So my dad and I are doing all the wiring for it. You've probably seen me wear that shirt, Stewart Electric. It's a family business. My great-grandpa started it, and it's always held on each generation by just one boy in the family. So my brother will probably be taking it over. But I've been doing that with my dad for a couple of years now, so it's pretty neat just to have a nice hands-on skill like that where you can get around electricity. So definitely save some money. Also just wiring my barn myself. So I'm gonna go pick up the meter base real quick and maybe start working on it today. Not today, tomorrow, Wednesday, sometime this week. And now on to the bee stuff. So I didn't get too terribly far yesterday. I got this much done, nailed the frames, popped the foundation in. This box, I think, yeah, I did finish nailing that, so still got to paint all of this and do quite a bit on the frames and build a whole nother box. So I used the nails they gave me on these frames just to see how it would work, and honestly it was quite terrible. I was splitting some things. You can see some bad splits on them. I just wasn't a fan of using the nails they gave you, so figured I'd try it, but definitely not going to do that going forward. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this up and use that instead. It'll go a lot faster too. You know, I will say I am not very impressed by the quality of this hive and the frames and everything that I got from an actual bee company. Things just don't fit well, and I don't know, it's just splitting really easy. The white hive I have was actually a cheap made in China hive I got off Amazon last year and a half ago, and that one's held up pretty well. Where I pry it to get the boxes off, that's kind of wearing out. That's the only thing. So far the cedar hive I haven't used too terribly much, so I can't say how well that one lasts or anything. But that was a Amazon buy as well. I figured I would support a bee company, but yeah, I'm just not impressed. So I will not be ordering my next hive or frames from them. The only thing I am impressed with is the actual foundation. They do offer a double coated, single coated, and triple coated. So I got the triple coated and it is waxed really well. So I will get my frames from this company because those are really nice. But as far as the woodwork, I'm gonna go elsewhere. Yeah, that is a really bad cut they did on this. A lot of the boards are actually warped as far as the frames, but on this particular one, they just didn't cut it right. both super boxes and frames are done. Now I just got to work on the deep frames. Sunny and 75, April 11th. So I figured I'd go ahead and get all the plants out here. They look kind of unimpressive out here, but I really just can't transplant anymore because I'm out of room. So that's what I can go with right now. Once the barn's up, I'm gonna put a grow light out there and make it work a little better. But for now, they're all doing fine. And I finally got all these boxes painted. Howdy y'all, today is April 12th. I got the trailer loaded down here with some water, a grill that somebody donated, a couple wooden posts, some concrete. Right now I'm picking up some more concrete as well as some more electrical things. My dad and I are going to go ahead and get the barn wired today, and hopefully we'll have an inspection by Friday, and then the barn will be done on that end. I did get an update saying the garage door is in stock and should be here really soon, so that's good to hear. Also, a couple pieces of siding are coming pretty quick as well. They said sometime this week, so things are looking good on that. But yeah, gonna run out there, maybe even work on some fence today. We'll see how the wiring goes. We're gonna do just the minimum we've got to do right now to get it up to code. So that's what's on the agenda. Good morning, everybody. Today is April 13th, back out at the barn. My dad and I got quite a bit done yesterday as far as the electrical. We've got the meter base on the outside here, a few outlets. We've got, I think, most of the lights laid out here. We needed a few more supplies, so ran around this morning and got all that. I'm gonna work on putting the panel in today and doing some upstairs lights. So that's what we got going on for the barn today. Unfortunately, I don't have a really easy way to set my camera somewhere and show you guys exactly what I'm doing, but this is one of the boxes for the lights. I'm going to be putting a porcelain on. Actually, I think this is plastic. I've got to work on getting these upstairs lights going. So there's gonna be 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My dad's downstairs. I don't know exactly what he's working on at the moment, but got the panel in. We still got to do some breakers yet, but things are coming along nice. You guys never get to see my electrical side, so it's kind of cool I'm able to show you a little bit. So my dad's calling in to see if we can get an inspection tomorrow. We're doing a neighbor's property as well, so it kind of works out. Maybe they can just jump right over here and at least take a look at the electrical. The piece of siding is still missing and the garage door isn't in yet, so I don't know if they'd be able to do the final inspection on the building yet, but hopefully that'll get done tomorrow as far as the siding at least. Garage door, I'm not quite sure. But once that inspection's done, it'll feel really good. So I'm grinding the top of these rods in because when you hammer it, it kind of mushrooms out, so it doesn't allow the clip to slide on there really well. So I'm just going to grind that down. Well, y'all, the last 2 panels just showed up, so we're going to get that unloaded. They're also doing some road work, which is, I don't know what they're doing exactly, sealing some stuff, I guess. But the inspection is pegged for tomorrow. It sounds like they'll be out to put these panels up, so all good. Well, y'all, my dad and I kicked butt today, and the electrical for the barn is done. So that's a really nice feeling. But did hit a little bit of a snag just now. So earlier this week, the Amish said they would be back out to put up the 2 pieces of siding. They said sometime this week. They didn't give me a specific day, but every day passed, and tomorrow's Friday. So figured since they said this week that Friday's their last chance. So anyways, siding was delivered, everything's looking good. I went ahead and called just to make sure, and they said I didn't get a hold of the actual person in charge of my project, but someone else did. They relayed the message and they just called me, and they said that they're not going to be able to come out tomorrow because there's a horse sale and all the guys are wanting to go to that. So they called me back a little later and said, yeah, we can't get anybody. They tried to get even one person. We volunteered to help them if need be, and just wasn't working. So that kind of puts me in a little bit of a bind because I did call and schedule the inspection, and it's set for tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to call first thing in the morning because the office is closed now, and see if it's okay to still get the inspection done without 2 pieces of siding up. If not, then I'm gonna have to wait till Monday or Tuesday whenever they can get out and put the siding on, and then just reschedule the inspection. There's also a chance I'm not able to reschedule it, and then they're gonna ding me for another inspection fee. The Amish company was good about it, and they said if I did get dinged that they would cover that cost. So we'll see. Maybe I can still get an inspection with 2 pieces of siding missing, maybe not. Maybe I just have to wait till next week. So it's a bit of a bummer because I was really looking forward to getting into the barn this weekend and having the inspections out of the way for the electrical and the structure. So yeah, I guess we'll just know more tomorrow morning, but that's where we're at this point. Howdy y'all, today is April 14th. Got some really great news this morning. The building passed inspection as far as electrical and structural, so that's awesome. So we have the green light and we can do whatever we want now, start putting things in there and having fun. Also today, I'm going to get the pearl whites out of my parents' coop and into the mobile coop out at the farm. So they'll be the first ones out there, super exciting. So I've got to pick up this net as well as the Energizer on the Americanas and just a few other things for them out there. So gonna do that and then start running chickens out. I've got everything ready to go. The last thing I need are the chickens. So I have 2 of these crates that I'm going to transport them in. So I'm gonna start loading them up. Well, they all made it. They're all hitting the grain pretty hard. I felt sorry for these guys because they never really got out on grass. It just wasn't a good spot to have them out. There was one little accident. You kind of see it on some of the chickens. They got a little bit of blood on them. There was one chicken that cut its leg a little bit on something. It's not hobbling or anything, but it was bleeding a pretty good bit. I looked at it. Nothing's broken. It just skinned him a little bit. I don't see him now. But I'll keep an eye on it. I don't have anything out here at the moment to put on it. Chicken's like red, so it's the only thing actually. It's this chicken in the back. It's his left leg. You can kind of see it there. He's got it lifted up. It's a little bloody. Skinned his toe on something, so poor guy. But doesn't look like anything bad. As long as it doesn't get infected, then shouldn't be anything to worry about. But I'm happy to see these guys out. So since we have the green light on the barn, we can start having some fun building shelves and storage and everything. So right now we're going to work on a workbench, and it's going to be between these 2 posts. Well, y'all, the pearl whites are out on the farm. It's a good feeling, but also I am kind of nervous just because I don't know the pressure of predators out there. So I am nervous for them. I hope they do okay. I did electrify the net. I'm gonna be out there pretty early checking on them. If something happens, I guess there's not much I can do. There's a rabbit right there. Especially overnight, so I hope they do all right. The coop definitely needs some modifications to make it a little beefier, I think. It's definitely not done by any means, but I think it's close enough that I feel semi-decent about having them out there. I'm happy they're out on grass, but yeah, still just a little nervous for them. So I did these guys earlier today when I was over here getting the fence, but I just wanted to check them one more time here.